to the show, everybody. Welcome to Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist, where we go over what's going on in people's lives and how messed up it can be. Your questions answered here in a very succinct, matter of fact manner, whatever they may be. Let me make sure everything's working. All right, hang on a second. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right. I did not do a show last Monday. I am doing a show this Monday. Maybe. I think I am. I'm not sure now. There you go. All right, well, we'll keep going. Hopefully, we'll get featured at some point, and it'll pick up. I think because I didn't do it last week, maybe they don't know I'm doing it tonight. But I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows what's going on? Either way, we'll do a couple. Why not? Why not? It's good practice. All right. So lots of good stuff. Got to go to the Monster Truck this weekend. That was amazing, by the way. You know what? Feel like if you're suffering depression, hey, Cramcliff, good to see you. I think if you're suffering depression, honestly, one of the best cures is to go to a Monster Truck rally. Those things are amazing. It's so much fun. Gravedigger kind of, I feel like, he's, when I went to see my first Monster Truck rally, I think, God, when was it? Like 30 years ago. Yeah, maybe, yeah, it's probably like 30 years ago. Gravedigger won then too. Like he's been around forever. And I feel like the fix was in. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he should have won. My fiance was the same way. But we had such a blast, man. We had such a good time. That show was just good. If you've never been on, seriously, here's the thing. Nobody wanted to go, and we're going to get to the show in a minute. Let me let people get in here. Nobody wanted to go to the Monster Truck rally but me. Nobody. My son didn't want to go. My fiance didn't want to go. My stepsons didn't want to go. I would drag everybody there because I'm like, you don't judge. Don't judge how this awesome thing before you get there. So we get there, and the trucks are jumping and flipping and crazy big jumps. They got big tires, and the bulls shooting exhaust, and it was great. It was so good. It really was, man. It was so good. So yeah, if you are having an issue, maybe not if it's psychosis, but let's say depression. I'm not going to prescribe a Monster Truck or Monster Jam for everybody. But if you suffer from depression, go to a Monster Truck Jam. You can't not have fun. It's big trucks doing wheelie. You could still be a little sad, you sad sack, but I think overall you're going to have a good time. Just saying. It's my advice to you, and I think it's solid. So take it. All right, let's get to it. We're actually going to do some advice tonight. I'm Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. I don't have a license. I just do the best I can with what I'm given, with what God gave me. And if you want to be on the show, you can put your question in the comments, or you can even hit me up at jeffahern56@gmail.com. And I might even have you on the show, like a split screen. The goal here is to have eventually split screen conversations. You can do like a call-in show, or we get a little more multimedia. Get a little more multimedia happening here. Why the hell not? All right, let me see something here. Let's go here. No, I don't want to do that. Nope. All right, let's just start. We'll let people file in. Here we go. All right. Let's do it. Let's go. Oh, I just got to try to not kick myself off. That's always the hardest part of the show. All right, here we are. Let's find out if these people are assholes or not. I give you my unbiased opinion. All right, so let's share this. We're going to share it to start. Why not? Let's share everything. Here we go. Let's see if this person's an asshole or not. Am I the asshole for refusing to support my parents in old age after they refused to fund my college despite being able to? Yeah, you kind of are. Here's the thing. They're your family. We'll read some more. But, they're your family, man. What's the alternative? Not supporting them. So what do they go to on the street? You just let them die? You let them rot? I mean, like, I don't know. How do you live with yourself if you do that? We'll read some about this, but oh, here you go. So we get, oh my God, my apologies. So we have a cultural component in here. I, 29, come from a collectivist family. That's communist, right? All right. We'll take it one grain of rice at a time. That's come on. It's all right. Collectivist family centric Asian society. That's a mouthful. It's a lot of commas in that. However, I'm a single child of a relatively individualistic parents whose views are heavily influenced by Western media, movie show. What? You come from a collectivist, family-centric age, dude. Already, I'm on your parents' side. I wouldn't fund you. Look at what college did to you. Listen to you. I come from a collectivist, centrist, agent society. Blah, 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 blah. And my parents are heavily influenced by Western media, movie shows, etc. You're very analytic. Where's the love? Where's the love for your family? Clearly out the window since you don't want to support them. Anyway, growing up, this had pros and cons. They didn't follow any superstitions and respected my privacy much more than most parents. All right, so what are you complaining about? Higher education is extremely inexpensive and competitive. You telling me you can't just start working part-time? Like, what are you explaining? Like how expensive college is? Ugh. Would you just get out of college? You on the 7-year plan? Hold on. Okay. Here, are you in? Is this happening in China? Where is this? Here, higher education is very expensive. So you can't just start working part time to fund studies. All right, to answer your title, it takes your parents' savings for their college, for their child's college. I'd say 99% of parents willingly fund their child's college. Okay, I'll tell you right now. This is what you got, right? Your parents were you had a choice of parents. You could have the traditional Asian parents who saved all the money, spend it all on you, but then were authoritarian, made you study, screamed at you if you didn't do well, if you didn't get an A, they were ready to commit suicide. You could have that parents, or you could have the parents that you have chill, laid back, as you said, more individualistic. That's the trade-off, man. That's the trade-off. So are you saying you wished that your parents were the more traditional, you must do well, I jump out of a building if I don't get my promotion or if I shame the company parents? Or do you want the parents that you had? You can't pick your parents, you can't pick your family. I think you're being a dick. Just saying. I think not just an asshole, you're being a dick. Anyway, in turn, children are expected to take care of their parents until the last breath. I think college did more harm to you than good. I'll be honest, even if you got to pay for it out of pocket, financially, physically, and emotionally. It's very common for adults to. It's not. You're like a lecturer. Where's your problem? You're just lecturing. Look at how long this fucking thing is. Is this a term paper? Is it APA style? I come from upper middle class family. When I was 18, our household income was top 10% nationally. Who cares? Who cares? Look at you. Look at this. This is sad. Even families earning much less with multiple kids usually manage to fund an education. I performed well in my final year of high school, wanted to pursue engineering, most common here, which would require significant financial investment. Their lifestyle paying for it wouldn't have been a major burden for them, but they refused. So they didn't want to pay for you. Maybe they didn't want you to be an engineer. Maybe they wanted you to break the mold. They're breaking the mold. So maybe they wanted you to break the mold, but you didn't want to because all your friends are still in this kind of like obsessive compulsive, I must be an engineer or a doctor to matter in the world. Maybe they thought it would be in your best interest to break you away from that, but you couldn't because in spite of their best efforts to do it, you were surrounded by the machine that demanded you be this or that, and you bought into it. Basically had to grind nonstop, much harder for a decade in my 20s to reach a stable position. Now the situation has flipped. My dad's retired. My mom is about to retire. They've expressed that they are getting older and need emotional and physical support. Since I work in the same city, they need me to live with them. Okay. They raised me with a very westernized mindset. So I got a westernized mindset. And if my parents wanted me to live with them and help them out, I would do it. It's not because they're Western, like dirty, filthy Westerners. Holy cow, dude. You are lock, stock, and barrel. You should have just had the parents you wanted and not the cool ones you had, jerk. Honest to God, man. Come on. I want to help your parents. What's their address? I'll send them some money, you dick. Anyways, I currently separately visit them once every 6 months. What an asshole. I hope you have, you're their only child? Ugh. My mom now compares me to other kids in our social circle who's very supportive of parents. Every time I remind her those kids were supported by their parents too. You are so ungrateful. Was their love not enough? I've even told her to consider an old age home in the future if things get difficult because I won't take care of them. So they didn't beat you. They didn't abuse you. They just didn't pay for your college or give you what you wanted. And you're a monster. Jesus. What's wrong with you, man? You are chock full of issues. This is not your parents. Oh, yeah, yeah. There's literally no one else in my social circle who went through this. No 18-year-old would get a loan, and nobody employs such young guys here unless I'm full time. That pays bare minimum to survive. Forget college funds. Am I the asshole? Yeah, you are. You're definitely the asshole. I don't know. You didn't say your parents are alcoholics. You didn't say your parents abuse you. Your parents just got sick of the machine, man. Your parents checked out of the machine, and you're their son, so you went with them. But rather than take the journey with them, you abhor them for not being lock stop Stepford wife type. I don't know what Japan, Asia, wherever you are. Not in lock stop unison. They were different. They broke the mold, and you want to get back into the mold. You want to jump back into the matrix. You know, you want to go back to sleep. Your parents woke up. Yeah, so they want you. Hey, can you help us out? Yeah, just give them a sandwich here and there. You haven't seen your mom in 6 months. You're a dick. You're not just an asshole. You're a dick. Ay, ay, ay. Ugh. Ay, ay, ay. It's just sad. It's just sad. These are your parents, dude. They're your parents. Treat them with a little dignity and respect. You didn't give me what I wanted, which was, what, like, I just, I don't know. You didn't deserve them as parents. I know they didn't pay for your college, whatever. Not every kid gets their college paid for. All right. You want to know something? I wanted to go. I got into UCLA. No, not UCLA. I got into Syracuse Newhouse School of Communication, really prestigious school. I wanted to go. So expensive, like just insane. My parents couldn't afford it. You know, could they have saved harder and made sure that I got the education that I needed to be who I need to? Yeah, maybe whatever. Instead, I had a loving family, and I went to a state school, UConn. Eh, it turned out all right. If they hit me up for money, you know what? I'll give it to them. How about that? How about that, you big baby, big whiny baby? That should be your handle, whiny baby. Wham wham boo hoo. Call the ambulance. Yeah, featured on the homepage, Flashy Chad. Thank you, Fashy Chad. Please hit me up or hit the like and subscribe button. That's the best thing you could do for me right now. Just hit the like. I've got almost what I got like almost 14. I have 14,000 followers now. Moving on up. Yeah, I'm no Russell Brand. I'm no Joe Rogan. I'm trying. Trying. Yeah, I don't know. What's your opinions on this whiny jackass? He's a whiny jackass, isn't he? Come on, he's totally a whiny jackass. All right, let me do the kids guide. Get started here. We're just getting started, folks. We're just getting started. All right, parents. Real talk for a second. America is about to hit a huge milestone. We're coming up on America's 250th birthday. 250 years of freedom, grit, sacrifice, and the greatest experiment in self-government the world has ever seen. This is the perfect moment to help your kids understand why this country matters. Not just fireworks and hot dogs, but the story behind it all. There's a free guide called The Kid's Guide to America's 250th Birthday, and it's honestly a great way to introduce your kids to how America began, who the founding fathers were, what they risked, and why their ideas that they fought for still matter today. This guide sends kids back to the moment when the brave men signed the Declaration of Independence, knowing full well they were risking their lives for freedom. It breaks it all down in a way kids can actually understand and enjoy without watering it down or turning it into boring schoolwork. If you care about raising kids who know this country, where this country came from, and why it's worth preserving, this is something you'll want to grab. And the best part, it's completely free with this special offer. You just pay $2. It's nothing for shipping and postage. Just head to freeusabirthday.com. That's freeusabirthday.com and the Kids Guide to America's 250th birthday for your kids today. America's story matters. Make sure the next generation knows it. That's freeusabirthday.com. There you go. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. Yeah, this guy's a jackass. Well, I'm just curious what some of the comments are. Hello, this post made it for all. There's rule. What they're just giving us rules. They can't pick and choose which culture's rules to follow based on what's most convenient for them at the time. Yeah, he's right. We agree with each other there. Yeah, like he's just whining. He's like, "Oh, it was great growing up without all that," and then But then enough of this guy. He's just a whiny. I diagnose him a whiny bitch. That is my diagnosis. Remember, I'm an unlicensed therapist. Okay, let's not forget that. But that's my DSM. Is it DSM? See, that's how unlicensed I am. I don't even know. What's the psychological thing where you get your diagnoses from? BMS? Something like that. PDS? Something. I don't know. PBS? No. All right, here we go. Oh, look at this one. What the hell is this? What? Oh, this looks good. It's like a who done it. I like this one already. Let's see what we got here. Fashy Chan says, my dad did the best for me. He never gave me anything growing up, and he failed in other areas. But you can critique your father until after you finish father. Yeah, I mean it's easy to throw stones until you're actually have a kid. You can bitch and moan all you want, but you're right. You don't until you experience it, until you have a child yourself, and you go through what they went through, and what There's you're not as much as you are should be the only thing in their life, and the apple of their eye. But life happens, man. Stuff happens, and it ain't all pretty. It's life, man. It's life. My dad and mom did the best they could for us. I also have 6 brothers and 4 sisters. Damn, yeah. I mean, that's a lot. Yeah, I really, not every parent is a good parent, but I feel like most parents are as good as they can be given the situation that they are, their mental state, who they are, how they were raised. And at some point, you got to stop playing the victim, and you gotta pull up your bootstraps and make yourself better than they were, or try and live up to as good as they were. Because some parents are really good. I was very blessed. I had great parents. Did I go to the school I wanted to go to? No. In the end, did it matter? No. I'm very happy with the way things turned out. And my son, because of that experience of not being able to have the money to go to where I wanted to go, and not being smart enough to get a scholarship, but I was smart enough to get in. That's something. I started saving for him when he was like a couple months old, and so I think he's got like a good chunk of change. Is he going to Harvard? I don't want him to go to Harvard anyway. But is he going to go to some Ivy League school? I don't want him to go to an Ivy League school anyway. I got to approve the school. But I got a decent chunk of change set aside for his college, I think. So he should be all right. Will he find some school too expensive for me? Maybe. And the cycle continues. But again, you got to stop being like, oh, I'm a victim. Woe is me. It's just like, live your life. At some point, you got to stop blaming your parents for all your problems, don't you? I guess you don't. A lot of people don't ever. But come on, man up a little bit. All right, we're gonna chuck the schmuck. We're playing Chuck the Schmuck tonight, and boom, schmuck chucked. There you go. We were hunter gatherers. Yeah, we were hunter gatherers. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. A flashy chances. But I want. What do you? I want. What are you talking about now? I don't even know. What? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know if you're trolling or what. Well, let's get back to the show. I don't know. I'll assume maybe you're being cheeky. I don't even know. Am I the? Oh, let me see. Hold on a second. Let's get this. Oh, here we go. Okay. Am I the asshole for dumping my boyfriend, male 29, and kicking him out of our new place after finding a CVS receipt in the car? Here we go. Let's see what's on the CVS receipt. I like that you went through the CVS receipt. My boyfriend and I moved into a brand new place together. I found a CVS receipt in the car. You can't hide a CVS receipt. I mean, I don't know how he could have left it in the car. There's things like, it's like a Santa's list, of naughty and nice when he rolls it out on a TV show or in a movie. It just rolls and rolls and rolls. I mean, the receipts are like this long. Like you almost have to put the receipt in the trunk. I can't believe you found it on the passenger side, like you claim. Well, back seat. Yeah, that makes more sense. You need that back seat room. You need that space. He clearly didn't want me to see it. It was crumpled into a ball and thrown into the back seat. He clearly didn't want me to see it. All right, I'm going to disagree with you right out of the gate. Like, if he didn't want you to see it, he would have taken it with him. He would have thrown it out at the store. He wouldn't have taken it at all. Your boyfriend just absent-minded. Don't give us more credit than you should. We're dummies. Guys, we're a bunch of dummies. This is what happened. It's a big-ass receipt. He probably was sitting in the car. He looked at it and goes, it's a big-ass receipt. And then just because it's big, let's crumple it up. It's actually kind of fun to crumple up stuff. Paper, try it if you're at home. You got a piece of paper you're not attached to, crumple it up. It's fun if it's a big one. And you throw it. It doesn't matter where you throw it. Just fun. Just fun. We're guys. That's how we amuse ourselves. Give us paper and tell us it's okay to crumple it up, and we'll crumple it up and throw it. Ideally, there's some sort of a hoop or a garbage can or something we can, do a little targeting with. But he crumples it up. It's like, that's me. It's like, boop, okay. And then let's move on. He's also probably very messy, I'm guessing, around the house. That's a whole nother story. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Let's see what she finds. I bet she finds. Now, I'm not saying there's not anything bad on the receipt, but I'm just saying. Here, we'll share this one. I'm just saying he wasn't trying to hide it from you, really. I mean, he didn't think you were going to find it, certainly, but I think he just threw it out, not thinking you were going to go and undo it, right? Okay, so is this even real? Oh, well, maybe he's got a side piece. Okay, so this is the items on the list. This is from a CVS, a Buzzy Butt Vibe, a vibrating six. Do they sell Buzzy Butt Vibes at CVS? Really? Is it like a sex shop? I thought a CVS, you get some Gatorade and some batteries and maybe, I don't know, some crap when the supermarket's closed. Buzzy Butt. What is it called? I hate to look it up because if I look it up on my computer, I'm going to get ads forever for Buzzy Butt, whatever, Buzzy Butt stuff. You like Buzzy Butt. If you like Buzzy Butt Vibe, you might also like, and then they'll just start sending me crap. All right. So Buzzy Butt Vibe. You think I'm not looking that up? Hold on. Buzzy. I know I'm going to regret it. Buzzy Butt Vibe CVS. Let's see if you're even, how full of shit you are. If this is even a real thing. Okay. Hello Cake Buzzy Butt Backside Rechargeable. This is a real thing. Hold on, I'll show you. Again, I gotta. Sometimes you gotta trust but verify. All right, here, let's see what this is all about. Oh yeah, this is CVS sells this shit. No, this is CVS. Hello Cake, Buzzy Butt Backside Rechargeable Personal Massage. You put personal massager in front of anything. And suddenly it's all okay. It's all, CVS, this is legit. This is a real thing. Vibrating toy for backside play. Maybe I haven't been to a CVS in a while. Maybe really. I'm shocked. Oh, let me share. You can't enjoy it. I got to share this. Here it is. Can you see this? This is real. Yeah, this is the CVS. Sells a Buzzy Butt vibrating toy for backside play. That's CVS. I don't know why I hold CVS to such high standards. You'd never see this at a Walgreens, by the way. Now a CVS, it's apparently turned into a sex shop. I guess you're a big box store. You're not selling stuff like you used to. But when you get that itch and you need to scratch it, look, they got all sorts of stuff here. They got Hello Cake little, what? You got Hello Cake. I guess his Hello Cake is all about CVS. Is that the CVS, brand like Kirkland, is Costco or is that Trader Joe? No, Kirkland's like Trader Joe, right? Or maybe it's Costco, but it's like their brand in-house. Maybe they have their own in-house sex toy brand. Hello Cake Stroker. What the fuck is going on at CVS? What the that's the more interesting thing to me than this whole damn story. Yeah, butt verify, but curiosity. Yeah, those things have all been stolen in San Francisco, not bought. You're not wrong about that. I mean, that's just crazy. They have their own in-house sex toy brand. They're like, why are we giving all the money to, these other mainstream sex toy brands when we can make our own at CVS? We're losing money hand over fist. We're getting stuff ripped off. I'll bet you that's behind the glass case. I bet you that stuff. What's going on at CVS? The next time I go to CVS, I'm going to look around a little more. Maybe it's just because I go on autopilot. I'm like, just give me some. The last thing I got at a CVS was a magnet. I got a magnet. I got like this picture of my son, my sister, and my niece. And so I went to CVS and I went. They had a little place and you put your little USB drive in there and I printed up a magnet. It's nice. I didn't know that I was in the Buzzy Butt. It seems like a whole aisle based on the number of things. All right, let's get out of that. Let's get back to this thing. Unless I need to look up something else from this shopping list. So the guy got a Buzzy Butt Vibe. My guess is he got it. He's got a side piece. I don't think it's for him. I don't know. Maybe it is. Who am I to judge? Well, that's what I do on the show. I just judge. So anyway, my new boyfriend, who likes a buzzy butt vibe, moved into my brand new place together. Found a CVS receipt in the car. He got a buzzy butt vibe, a vibrating sex toy. Astroglide. Oh, yeah, okay. There you go. Now that I know, I don't have to look that up. That yeah, okay. You probably got that at CVS. Deodorant, Dentine Ice Mints, Scope mouthwash, travel size, sweet tea. Okay. I think the sweet tea was just for the ride home. I think everything else, and the Dentine Ice Mints, could be for you also. You probably get to partake in the Dentine Ice Mints. He's got fresh breath. The iced tea was just that. It's just liquid refreshment. But yeah, the rest is for a side piece. None of these items, especially the toy or lube, have ever made it into our new home. When I confronted him, he couldn't give me a straight answer. It looks like a hookup starter kit. How is that a hookup starter kit? Like, what world am I living in that's a hookup starter kit? Like, that's like deep. To me, that seems deep into a relationship. Yeah, before you start pulling out the butt stuff. Ay. What's going on in the world? Anyway, none of these things, especially as to he couldn't answer to me. Looks like a hookup starter kit. I told him we're done and he needs to get the fuck out of the new place immediately. Am I the asshole for kicking him out? No, you're not. You're not. If it's not for you, and you definitely don't want to share it with whoever else he's doing it with. He's clearly got a side piece or a secret double life, and yeah, run. And he's a dummy for not disposing of that thing properly. But in the end, God wanted you to find it. Somehow, God wanted you to find it. As traumatic as it was, God said, "Listen, you need to see this because this is ridiculous." So you threw it out the window. I'm gonna blow it back with a godlike gale, and so you can find it in the back seat. Dummy, an idiot. Yeah, you're not the asshole. How about that? There you go. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. He might. That's a thing, Flashy Chad. He might use it on himself. You don't know. Yeah, I had no idea. CVS, no cigarettes, only butt plugs. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Like, where have I been? The world goes past me, and I see nothing. Like my fiance always makes fun of me. She goes, "You have no situational awareness." She is right. I don't notice anything. I certainly didn't notice the buzzy butt kits. That's for sure. Did not notice those. All right, link to the receipt. I'm not clicking on the link to the receipt. I'll take your word for it, m'lady. Link to the receipt. All right. You are not the asshole. So so far you're the only one. The other person was a colossal douchebag, the kid who hates his parents. All right. Am I the asshole? Would I be the asshole if I told my friend she stinks? No, you'd be a good friend. Actually, it depends how you say it. Like if you said you stink, you stank, you smell like an outhouse. But this is too. I mean, they're short and then they're short. This says my friend hasn't washed her hair in over a year. That's disgusting. Like what? Like are you both homeless? Right? Like how is that even possible? Over a year, she says her hair cleans itself and washing it because it causes damage. It looks like it smells of oil. I don't know if that's real. It's almost too short. I complain about things being too long, but that one's actually too short. And I feel like you're a homeless person if it's that if it's that full of stuff, Salty Crazy Nick says the hookup kit. Are you sure it's not cleaning your mouth about it? I don't know. Come home to an angry wife kit. Yeah, I mean maybe that's what it is. Like the half of it is a hookup kit, and the other half is the mints, and the mouthwash, all that. That's to cover up the smell of whatever stank hoe you were just out with. Yeah. Oh, okay. See, that's a good analysis there, Salty Crazy Nick. He's comparing a stinky hair to a towel that's been just wet for days, and that's the smell. I bet your hair smells worse though. You got like oil in there and sweat, and yeah. I don't know. And I don't know. The whole thing's weird. Like I just don't. It's too short, and I like it when they're short. That's what she said. All right. Am I the asshole for refusing a wedding gift knowing there will be strings attached? No, you are not. If there's strings attached, if you know there are strings attached, the smart thing to do is to refuse it. Yeah, I'd be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Why? I'm just good. Well, yeah, because if you say even if you say, I'm worried there's going to be strings attached. I'm like, no strings attached. But if you know there's in your head there's strings attached, there's going to be strings attached. And so you have to trust your gut on that one for sure. But this is say here we go, went from like the world's shortest to the world's longest. Holy shit! I'm going to show you this just because this is like we literally went from the world's shortest one to the world's longest one. I want you to see. That's what she said. I want you to see this. Look at this thing. It's ridiculous. It's offensive. It's offensive. All right, here it is, right? Look how long this is. Like what do we got? Like nothing to do for the rest of our lives and we can read all this? Like this is look at this thing. Look at this disaster. God, make it 3 paragraphs. Holy cow. I'll read a little, but I don't see us lasting on this one. It's just too damn long. Hi, everyone. I posted here a couple weeks ago. Got some wonderful advice. Really? Was it this long on the other one? Few people asked for an update. This is the update, and it's this long? If you didn't see my original post, my mother-in-law offered me offered us $25,000 towards our wedding, but I knew there would be strings attached to make the event her way. Okay. Yeah. I believe that. See, I don't take the money. Okay. I thought maybe I was the asshole for overreacting or seeing something that wasn't there, but you all told me I was 100% correct. Yeah, I agree with you there. All right. So I decided to have a heart-to-heart with my future mother-in-law and my fiance attending too. All right. Yeah, seems fair, I guess. I told her how about this? How about you just don't accept the money? How about that? How about you just say, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't want to accept the money. I just kind of want to do the wedding. I appreciate it, but why the whole sit down? Why do you need to sit down with her? Just don't accept the money. I feel like you're making, you're going a little crazier. Anyway, I told her that I miss the relationship we used to have, but it's become strained. She feels she has not been respected. The choices made for a wedding. We explained positive, blah, blah, blah. The wedding size. Holy shit. Like, this is too, like, we don't need all this. We thanked her for the generous, I don't need every reason you're going to give her. We thanked her for the generous $25,000, but we would give it back if our decisions aren't respected. Oh, so you are going to take the money. That's different, right? You are going to take the money. So you're like, I don't want this money if there's strings attached, but I will take it if there's no strings attached, but I need it in writing that there's no strings attached. What is it? My offer to you is this: nothing. That's my offer. I'll take your $25,000, and in exchange, you get nothing. You're even having to sit down. Fucking Corleone's over here. Yeah. Anyway. So she cried, apologized, told us she wanted everything for her. Yeah, she just wanted, she never had a daughter who can play a normal motherly role in a wedding plan, and she was scared I'd leave out everything. So yeah, she's a little control freak. She wants it nice. I get it. So there you go. We had a resolution. We deposited the check, and we started to move from the spitballing ideas to confirming vendors. All right, look at all this shit. All right, let's cut to near the end. All right. We got home. I called my mom and cried to her that it's all just too damn much and we're considering eloping. My mom's spidey senses tingling. She called the original restaurant, wanted to see what is okay. So you're basically your mom, his mom still started doing stuff. You guys, this bitch booked a fucking venue out from under us. What? She booked it and paid a deposit to secure it so we couldn't have it. I can only imagine she did this to convince us to book a larger venue and host a larger reception. That's kind of crazy. My fiance called her and tore a new one. That's nuts. This woman is a sight. All right, you know what? I wasn't going to read it all, but wow, that's quite the jump. That's quite the jump. All right, so a few days later, we get a call from the wedding planner who proceeds to tell us that my future mother-in-law hired her to help with the wedding. What the fuck? Okay, so she's out of control. Explained my fiance mentioned we lost our preferred venue and wanted to take the pressure off our shoulders and hired a venue. She insisted on a planner. Wow, she's crazy, man. You got to have your husband, her son, take a stand in your defense. I decided to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm not sure why a wedding planner is needed for such a small wedding. Obviously, she had other plans. I met the planner twice, described our vision, but she works for your mom, basically. Here's where the shit hit the fan. The planner sent us a list of venues she's booked for us to see. We took a look online, and the venues are large, like 200 guests. We're confused because you want a small wedding, like 50 people won't need that much dance room. Planner looked confused. Yeah, because the mom wants the big one. Explained the future mother-in-law contacted her last week, explained we're considering expanding the wedding and we need a bigger space than originally planned. We got home. I called my mom. This is too damn much. So so she booked out the place you wanted, so you couldn't have it, so you had to get a bigger place. That's so crazy. My fiance called her, told her a new one. He told her she's no longer involved. Good. That's good. All right, there's the first good thing that's happened in this. Your husband or future husband is standing up for you and tearing her a new asshole, which is much needed. Speaking of new assholes, you're going to need one after Buzzy Butt, whatever that thing was. Sorry. It's a callback. Okay, here we go. Crazy says, I doubt the dude's mom bought the venue so they can have it. There sounds a little coincidental. Yeah, honestly, Salty Crazy Nick, I think so. I think I'd want to see the receipts on that one. But she is telling the guy the bigger one. But I don't know. Something to me says she might just be that like crazy. She clearly money's no object. She wants this huge wedding. She wants to spend all this money. I think she's got a lot of money. And she seems like she lied to her. She seems very manipulative. So I'm not going to rule it out. I think it's 50-50. I think she might have done it. I think the bitch might have done it. Okay. Fashy, I didn't go to you before, but it's good to not wash your hair too often. Yeah, I mean, I like to wash mine every day, but yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna judge. As long as it doesn't smell, as long as it's not publicly offensive, as long as I don't have to sit next to you on an airplane and your hair stinks. Because then I got it and everyone else on the plane. Healthy deodorants, yeah, I agree with you that you should. Is what mercury or aluminum in them? Something not good. Something not good. All right, let's get back to where we were. All right, here we are. So my fiance called and tore a new one. He told her she's no longer involved in any aspect of the planning. Good. We will not be working with her planner. Good. All vendors will be password protected. Good. I like all these things so far. And she's lucky she's still even invited. Good. But will only be attending as a guest. No speech, no mother. Yeah, good. Good for you. He also told her that if she interferes again, she won't ever be allowed as a guest. We transferred the money back to her account. Yep. All right. You know what? Nice. Nice. I told him I'm going to. I told him I'm going no contact. I don't want her there. Yeah, you got to have her though. That's his mom. He's being good. He was really slapping her around. But I'll be polite on wedding day. Yeah, I don't want the drama. But then I'm back to no contact for good. He's 100% backing me up. I don't know for good, but yeah, give it for a few months. At some point, maybe be nice to her. I mean, she's a psycho. Again, not a, she's yeah, she's like the mother-in-law from hell, right? I mean, she's really out of control. But the good news is your husband backed your play. Your fiance backed your play. That's a really good sign for your marriage. And I'm sure he's had to deal with this his whole life too. You know what I mean? Like she's probably been like this forever with him growing up and bossing him around and telling him what to do. And, you know, so he's probably enjoying this a little bit too, taking a stand. So good for him. You picked a good one. You picked a winner. You are not the asshole. Your mom is a control freak, raving lunatic, and a dirty liar. That's a psychological term. You can check that out also. But if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, what the hell's the matter with you? Hit the like and subscribe button. Everybody loves it. The hair has to smell good. What? Okay. Well, I mean, so yeah, I'm not asking the world, but if I'm on a plane with you, it's nice to for you to not stink or be fart. I hate the people who just fart, like just not noisy, but you're pretty sure it's the guy next to you. You're like, I think it's you. You never know though. Well, I mean, sometimes you do. Yeah, I think it's this guy. I saw what he brought on to eat for his little bag meal before the plane took off. I bet you it's him. All right, let's get out of here and get back to him. Okay, am I the asshole for not returning a ring? This one is going to be controversial, so let's get in it. Let's go. I love controversy, and it's short. Boom shakalaka. Now you're talking. Am I the asshole for not returning a ring? I don't know, man. I don't think you are. I mean, I don't think I'm not. I'm undecided about this one. I think this is this is like a case by case basis. Like if you demand a certain ring or that they spend a certain amount of money on the ring, and if you then let's say, and then you cheat on them or you just do something really egregious, screw their best friend. I don't know, just something horrible. Then I think you should return the ring. get trained or something. I don't know. You should return that ring because it's not fair. But if it's just things didn't work out or it's just like smaller things, it's like then maybe you keep it. I don't know. Was it their fault? Were they the one? So let's find out. Let's get in here. Again, I think this one is a case by case basis. I don't think there's an absolute on whether or not you return the ring. I just don't. My husband inherit. Oh, here you go. Here's the hook. Here's we'll pull this up so you can kind of check it out. Well, and I can just read it. It's short. My husband inherited a ring that was owned by his grandfather. All right, already I'm on your husband's side. If it's a fairly family heirloom, that to me takes precedence. You give it back, unless he's a complete dickhead and you're just doing it out of spite, which is not the best look. It's not the best for your mental health either. But if it's an heirloom, I feel like you give it back. My husband inherited a ring that was owned by his grandfather. The ring was an anniversary ring that I don't think it was expensive, but holds sentimental value. Yeah, it's not about the. My grandmother gave me a ring that I used for my wedding, and it was my grandfather's ring. She was a Depression era person, and so the ring was not really gold. It was like, I don't know, gold fill, or I don't know what they even call it, but it was like gold on the outside. But it basically turned my, your finger turns green. My finger turned green right around the ring. So I'm like, crap, I can't wear this thing. It's turning my finger green, but I still have the ring. I kept it. I got a different ring. But if it had been like her ring and I'd given it to my now ex-wife and she didn't return it, I mean, I guess after we were married for like 24 years, maybe she gets it, but I still would kind of want it back. But long story short, so I get this ring, I take it off, I get a new ring, just a pretty basic ring. And then I forget about it. I go when we're visiting my grandmother, and it's like a family affair. And so my aunt, who, notices, because it's her father's ring. She goes, that doesn't look like Dad's ring. She says that to my grandmother, and my grandmother looks at me, and she's like, "That's not my your dad's ring." I'm like, "Hey, thanks." She didn't know. My grandmother had a bit of a meltdown, and then like, what am I gonna say? I had to be like, well, I mean, it turned my finger. It's all kinds of awkward. She's like, just give me the ring back. I'm like, I like the ring. I mean, I wear it. What's my grandmother gonna do with the ring? I was just like, I'm like, why did you have to know? And it was my fault. Really, I mean, I blame her, but it was my fault. I should have my aunt. I should have swapped it out and showed up at her place with the other ring, but I didn't. Your grandpa's ring had a big ass diamond. Was he in the mafia? Was he mobbed up? What's going on? Was it a pinky ring? What's happening, Salty crazy? If a man proposes to the woman and it doesn't go through and she doesn't return the ring, it's a promissory IOU. To take to court legally, she has to return the ring. I don't know, dude. I think again, it's a case by case basis. You might get a judge that says, yeah, you got to return it, but I don't think that's an absolute. I don't. Anyway, let's get back. So, all right. So my husband inherited a ring that was owned by his grandfather. The ring was an anniversary ring that I don't think was expensive, but holds sentimental value. Okay, the plot thickens. My husband died suddenly when our son was a baby. That's horrible. He was young and didn't have a will, and I settled his estate. His mother asked for the ring not long after he died to give to one of his sister's children. I said no because it belonged to my husband and now it belongs to his son. No, yeah, I mean, on this one, I think you're fine. You're well within your bounds. This was a horrible thing. Your husband died. It's one of the few things you have probably left of him. It has sentimental value to you. It will have sentimental value to his son. Yeah, keep the ring. Keep the ring. You keep the ring. Don't you listen to them. Don't you dare listen. I think you're in the right. I really do. So that was easy. I'll do the well, let me wrap it up though, because there's one more paragraph. I honestly think the ring is so ugly and tacky. Well, that's just shitty. Now I'm glad I read the. Now you should give it. You should give it back to them. If you think the ring is so ugly and tacky, my son will probably never wear it. It does feel mean to hold on to it when his mother wants it, but I honestly feel that my husband would be upset if I didn't go to our son, and it would be disrespectful to him to not ensure that happens. I don't know. Am I the asshole now? I think you are. I was all on your team. I was 100% on your team. And then you said that it's big, it's ugly, it's tacky, it's a piece of shit ring. It's not even worth that much money. But my husband gave it to me, so I'm going to have to give it to my son. He's not going to like it. It's a fucking hideous ring. Just give it to the mom who wants it and let her pawn it off on some kid who's going to be like, that's a ugly ass ring. But I mean, it kind of goes with the theme of what I was saying, which is like, here I am getting this heirloom ring that anyone who wears it's going to turn their finger green, probably even including my grandfather. Maybe he had an immunity to it. I don't know. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. There you go. All right. All right, let me do a quick spot for Rumble. I love Rumble. Rumble's one of my biggest supporters. So thank you, Rumble. Again, I always say they were doing free speech when it wasn't in fashion. They can freeze your account, shut off your cards, lock you out of your own money overnight. Banks don't protect you, they control you. That's why real financial freedom starts with ownership. Introducing Rumble Wallet, a non-custodial wallet built for people who refuse to give up control. With Rumble Wallet, you don't just buy digital currency like Bitcoin and Tether. You can own Tether Gold, real gold on the blockchain. Through Tether Gold, you get direct ownership of physical gold bars, each one fully allocated and verifiable by serial number, purity, and weight. This isn't paper gold. It's not an IOU. This is real gold without bank vaults, storage fees, or gatekeepers. You can buy, sell, or move it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when traditional gold markets are closed. And if you want, Tether Gold can be redeemed for physical gold. That's power. And when you support creators on Rumble, you can tip them directly using Rumble Wallet, peer-to-peer and outside the banking system. No permissions, no middlemen, no cancel button. This wallet is yours forever. That's Rumble Wallet. It's right there. You can click on that code or scan it or however you like to do it, whatever floats your boat, and get on that today. Rumble Wallet, folks. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, let's get back on the train. Yeah, I was all in favor of that woman. I was like, yeah, no, yeah, you keep it, but she's like so disparaging of it. And the family has to be like, she doesn't even like the ring. Like, why is she keeping Frank's ring? She hates that ring. I don't think you made any secrets about it, that you didn't like the ring. Yeah. I don't know. I think she's the asshole. And the son's not going to like it. You've already, because you're going to you want this ring? You're going to make a face when you hand it to him. You want this ring? He's not going to want it. Let the mom have it. Let the mom have the ring since you hate it so much, jerk. Here's the thing. If my grandmother had pushed the issue, I said, no, I want to keep it. I want to keep it. Now, again, I haven't worn it since. I have it. It's an heirloom. Am I going to give it to my son? Maybe. Probably going to turn his finger green too. But if my grandmother said, listen, I want the ring back. I want it back. I would have been like, I would have said, oh, okay. All right. What am I going to argue with my grandmother? It's her ring. She's actually right up there. She's staring at me right now. Love her. Love her so much. And she's on the mantle looking at me. I know, Grandma. I know. She's the best. She was a great woman. Anyway, let's keep going before I get all misty. Am I? Oh, here we go. You are not. Although I have to, I'll have to look at it a little bit. Am I the asshole for not calling out my pediatrician's creepy behavior? Hell no. Anytime that you get creepy behavior and you got kids involved, man, no, you are not. You're being a good parent. Well, let's see. Maybe I'll change my mind. I doubt it. But let's just see how creepy is. I'm starting to feel so embarrassed because this was meant to be medical and professional, and I literally never want to show my face again if that's the case. Okay, I'm completely humiliated. Really? All right. I might have just misinterpreted someone trying to do their job. Humiliated. All right. I just turned 18. You sounded like you were like my pediatrician. Okay, well, that's 18. All right, so you're young. I was expecting like a 30-year-old woman wrote this, but you're 18. That's fine. I just turned 18, but I'm still going to my pediatrician. Yeah. I thought you had a kid at 18, and so you bring the pediatrician. Why are you going to a pediatrician when you're 18 years old? Huh? What? Oh, that doesn't make any sense to me. Hold on a second. I'm going to type, when do you stop? Maybe I'm wrong. I was wrong about CVS and the butt stuff. When do you stop going to a pediatrician? At what age? How about that? Let's be more specific. At what age? So all learning stuff today. At what age do you stop? Like when they getting colonoscopies, getting pap smears, getting mammograms, paying taxes. That's funny. At what age do you stop going to a pediatrician? It's number 2, but that could be just because the computer listens. All right, so people have this question a lot. Oh my God, no way. All right, most patients stop seeing a pediatrician transition to an adult care at between 18 and 21. Well, 18 is common. No way. I had no idea. I had no idea. All right, well, I learned something today. All right, so I was yelling at you for that, but I shouldn't have been because apparently that's the norm. Yeah. I think that's what it was. Cram cloth. I think it was brass. That must have been it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, she didn't tell me when I got it, But yeah, I mean, it literally, like, it's a cliche. You're like, oh, yeah, it's gonna turn your, if it's not real gold, it's gonna turn your finger green, and it does. It actually does. Once you take it off, it does. It stops. But yeah. All right, here we go. Let's go back to this thing. All right, so I just turned 18. I had a 6-month checkup earlier. Honestly, you're 18 now. You can move on. I think you should, because you felt creepy, because it's all awkward. I think you should just get a real doctor at this point. Not to insult pediatricians, but an adult doctor who could also maybe be creepy. And then if that doctor's creepy, and then the next doctor's creepy, it's probably you. All right. I usually have the same female pediatrician. All right. Are you male or female? This could be sounds more like an erotic movie. I usually have the same female pediatrician who does the physicals, asks me questions. Today, however, I guess she was gone. Okay, all right. Or switch jobs or something because I had a male. I prefer to have a female doing my checkup. Okay, I get that. But I'm fine with a guy. Okay. It's always been an option since I turned 13-year-olds to have parents inside or outside the room. You're 18. But I always have my mom stay in the room with me during my checkups. However, this guy immediately told my mom she had to leave the room. That seems weird. Like, what does he care? It should be your decision, right? You're 18. I don't see any right for him to throw her out of the room. Yeah, I don't like this guy either right now. So maybe she wasn't allowed, or I figured I would want her, or he figured I would want her out of the room. Well, he's going to ask you personal questions, maybe about like your sex life, maybe. Anyways, he was looking at me in a similar way that girls who have been through this before can recognize, like vulture eyes. Oh yeah, so yeah, this guy's a fucking creepy fuck. He scooted his chair really close to me, wasn't even looking at the stuff on the computer, and was talking to me in this low, kind of quiet voice, breathing on me. I felt frozen. Yeah, this guy's, is this real? This guy's a fucking perv. Once again, there's no inherent proof. You trust your guts on this one. This guy, where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's soft breath, there's a hard on. I was just feeling. He talked to me in a low voice like that for about 10 minutes or so. At some point, he rested his hand on my knee. I'm laughing because this is insane. Should have slapped him and fucking run, and then sued the clinic for putting this fucking creephole on you. Trust me, he's doing this with everyone he thinks is hot. When I was talking about my scoliosis pain, I remembered that I was supposed to bring up sometimes I have left arm pain because my right arm is significantly stronger than my left. Then he asked me, so you masturbate with that hand? What the? Is this real? Then he kind of held my wrist and placed my other hand on my bare thighs and gave me that look. I swear this is someone's just writing in porn at this point. How is this? Because how is this even a question? Like, how can you be like questioning this? He was so comfortable. He was so comfortable in that room, and then all of a sudden he went completely still and rigid in his chair. Hold on. Oh, let me go back. Okay. He kind of held my hand, placed it on my bare thigh, and gave me a look I've seen before, and I stood up immediately. Okay. He was so comfortable in that room, and then all of a sudden went completely still and rigid in his chair when I started getting my phone and keys. Yeah, he knows he's busted. He stood up. He was towering over me and reached for my arm and yelled something along the lines of, "Get away from me." And I ran out in my paper. Yeah. Oh my God. No, you're not going crazy. You should sue this guy. You should sue this clinic. This guy needs to go. Here's the problem. These friggin' creep doctors, if this is real, these creep doctors are allowed to continue to do this because nobody takes a stand. Everyone's like, maybe it's just me. It's not you. This guy needs to be outed. You need to file a full report on him. This is insane. This is crazy behavior. This guy's a predator. Vulture eyes and all, You're not the asshole. You were almost you were almost a victim there. Anyway, am I wrong on that? What do you think? Oh crap! Please tell me I didn't hit the wrong button. Yeah, I'm always hitting the wrong button. So today was a good day. I didn't. It wasn't too long. I was able to recover. That or my other favorite thing is to turn off the sound accidentally. That's another classic. All right, here we go. How we doing? Does he look like Joe Biden? Man, maybe. I mean, here's the, I'm trying. I don't have to do politics anymore, but I always think back to like how popular the Me Too movement was, and then when a woman Me Too'd Joe Biden, everyone's like, no, she's crazy. That one, she's crazy. G-Font says, when your mother stops paying for your doctor, I think some insurance covers the dependent's offspring. Yeah, they do actually. You're right. I think that's common. You can go 25 on your parents' insurance. I think that's part of the law. My three sisters had a male gynecologist, and I've never heard this before. Yeah, no, it's insane. That's why I was wondering if it was even real. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, maybe it is G-Funds. Maybe you always assume because you're just reading this that it's like you picture in your head U.S. unless they say like mum or use like an English word or they tell you like they're in an Asian country or African country. Who knows? But yeah, I always just assume U.S. until I find out different. But yeah, maybe it's another country where that's cool. Maybe they're in India where rape is kind of a fun thing over there. I say fun thing, but I don't know. It seems like it's always been so strange to me. Side note, like India is this holy mecca, this place with all the lamas and the Buddhists and everything, and yet it seems like one of the worst places for women, where it's constantly subjected to rape and then if they complain, they're thrown off a cliff or something. It's a whole nother episode. I've always found that strange. It's just the two extremes, Anyway, let's get back to am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for cutting off my family? I thought I was going to read like a Lorena Bobbitt story. How's that for aging myself? Am I the asshole for cutting off my sister? Cutting my family off after my sister finally crossed the line with someone I trusted, and yeah, they still took her side. Yeah, not necessarily, but I don't know. You see, maybe you're a handful. I don't know. Look how long is that? This is a long one. I don't know if I want to do this one. My sister, 27, and I, 29 female, used to be close. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're at an age where you could be very close. You should be best friends. So long I can barely remember that. Okay, so it's been a while. You guys don't like each other now. Honestly, I don't even know how to explain this without sounding dramatic. I told you. I had a feeling you might be a drama queen, which is exactly why my family keeps calling me. Oh, which is exactly what my family keeps calling me. The thing is, my sister's always been the favorite. There you go. There's the resentment. I don't say this lightly. It's just how it's always been. If she's rude, then she's stressed. If I react, I'm too sensitive. Okay, so yeah, I'll just keep going. I assume that first paragraph is just going to be more of the same. At first, everything seemed normal. And I apologize for that. I'm trying to clear my throat here. At first, everything seemed normal. But then I started noticing my sister inserting herself in subtle ways, asking about him. Okay, I'll have to go back. There's someone I was seeing. Okay, wasn't official or anything, but it mattered. Felt like something that could turn into a real relationship, which for me is rare. Well, why is that? I introduced him to my family slowly, nothing crazy, just enough that they knew he existed. Okay. First, everything seemed normal, but then I started noticing my sister inserting herself in subtle ways, asking about him. Of course, I knew she had no good intention, which she never does. Constantly following him on Instagram, commenting on some of his posts, which didn't sit right. Yeah, your sister's trying to steal your man because she hates you and wants to really stick it to you. Accusing her of something getting shut down. Okay, then things started feeling kind of off with him. Oh, yeah. He got a little distant, a little weird, nothing obvious, but just, yeah. Well, I found out why. He admitted that my sister had been texting him behind my back, not just casual stuff or checking in. No, it's personal conversations, venting, getting emotionally close. Oh, your sister is a monster, huh? He said nothing technically happened, but she crossed the line, and I do believe him. Oh, yeah. It wasn't some impulsive mistake. Yeah, write her off immediately. My mom told me I was overreacting. Okay, no. Um, they're calling you a drama queen. No, you're not. You're completely in the right here. To me, it wasn't nothing. It was a continuation of consistent pattern. Yeah, I think I agree with you on this one. It's been a few weeks since the first time, quite a while. I don't feel anxious at this time. I'm not constantly bracing. Okay. Am I making it bigger than it is? Maybe I should just let it go like I always do. No, that's a huge boundary violation. That's a huge boundary cross. So no, you're not an asshole. Cutting the whole family off, you don't need to do that, but you should definitely cut your sister off, at least temporarily. Definitely does not have your best interest at heart. Seems to, I mean, so much so that she's trying to steal your man just out of spite, just to be a douchebag. I feel like there's a lot of backstory I'm missing between you two. Um, and I don't know what's going on. I feel like your parents, if I'm to believe you, do definitely favor, because I'm not sure how you could be on board with, assuming again what you're telling me is factual, with someone stealing out from under you the love of your life, or putting the kibosh on your relationship with someone you really care about. So yeah, there you go. Nude pictures, maybe. Yeah, she didn't go into a lot of details, but I don't know. It sounds like it got pretty intense, doesn't it? Like maybe, like sex talk, nude picture. I think there was some stuff going on. And then as the guy, maybe he's more attracted to the other, you know what I mean? Because here's the thing. Um, the sister sounds like she's down for anything. Like she's a regular at CVS. She's got their frequent flyer card there on the Buzzy Butt machine, and so she's probably telling them, I'll do this and I'll do that, and you want to bring in a third, whatever she needs to say to put the kibosh on the relationship. And the girl he's with is, maybe she's playing Jane, maybe, like, I don't know, but it's a lot for the dude to, like, geez, what am I getting into with this, especially when it's early in the relationship. Yeah, I'd say cut her off. I wouldn't cut off your whole family. You should maintain a relationship with your mom and dad. Maybe you can pull back on it a little, but ideally you'd all go to family therapy. I don't see that happening though. But yeah, you're not the asshole. But yeah, I would just not cut your whole family off. I would just cut off your sister. She's no good. She's no good, and that's an unlicensed therapist telling you that. So you got to take my word for it. We don't have to do anything. Am I the asshole? I broke up with my ex-boyfriend a year ago, and now he might become homeless. No, you broke up with him. What, are you responsible for his life for the last year when he's your ex? Stop. Stop it. You're not responsible for that nonsense. I mean, that's a year ago. Are you responsible? You're going to go back through all your guys you ever dated and see how they're doing in life, and if they're not doing really well, then you got to fix them up. What if they're doing really good? Are you you're responsible for that too, technically, right? Because you dated them at one point, because you made out, swap saliva, and other things. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, sister was thirsty, didn't want to drink from the glass. Yeah, like, this is the thing. Like, you think you got it, bad, or you think you got it hard, and then you read these stories and you're like, what is wrong with people? How broken are people that this is how they behave with their own family? Because it's always, the thing about these stories is it's never strangers. You wouldn't care if it was a stranger. This is your blood. This is your family. This is your lover. This is your loved ones. This is your kids. This is your mom. It's just and the way we treat each other is just god awful. Oh, good. This is a short one too. I like the short ones. I actually kind of like the mids, but if I can't have the mid one, give me the short. Here we go. Let's see. So this she's just being, she's the drama queen. This new lady here we're looking at, because this is just stupid. Am I the asshole? Broke up with my ex-boyfriend a year ago, and now he might become homeless. How could you be the asshole in this? Let's find out. Let me share this. Oh, you already have it. Okay. I, 38 female, broke up with my boyfriend, 41. So he's 41. He should have had a time to, construct some kind of a career or some skill sets in order to, maintain employment. So we were together for 14 years. All right. Wow. That's a little different. I still not blame you, but ex-boyfriend sounds like a month, a couple of years. You should throw in the banner headline long-term relationship, because I mean, goodness gracious, 14 years. You started dating in your 20s. We were together 14 years and he was unemployed for 10 of them. Holy crap. No, you're a doormat, man. Guy was unemployed for 10 years consecutively. That's pretty impressive. I assume so. You're paying all the bills. He's probably just doing whatever the hell he wants, sitting home, drinking beer, playing video games. Hey, it's a dream for some guys. I like to do it here and there. And then you're now going to take on ownership of its. Here's the other thing. I was like, how is this guy homeless? And you're blaming yourself when he's had all this time to develop a skill set and jobs, skills and a career and this and that. But then you tell me he's been unemployed 10 years. I'm like, well, there you go. Now the homeless makes sense. He has not developed any skill set other than sponging off of you. That's his skill set. What do? I sponge off this chick and she cut me loose a year ago and now I'm homeless. Do you have any other skills? Nope, just sponging off of that particular chick. Well, why don't you use those sponging off skills to see if she'll maybe help you out again? Hey, no, that's not a bad idea. It's my only skill. It seems to be the only thing I can do. So yeah, well, let me go back and sponge off her some more. That seems it. Anyway, unemployed for 10 years of them. So I was supporting both of us, told you. Broke up with him. You should have broke up. Like, how long you stay? Like, what are you, the WNBA? You stick with a loser for 36 years. I think they technically turned a profit last year. Maybe. I don't know. I think we'll see. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Yeah, I'm sure those games are fun. I broke up with him and gave him a sizable amount of money. Think 5 figures, okay, to cover the rent. And he has been sponging. That is his job. That is what he does. That is what he does for a living. I said he didn't do anything for a living. I was wrong. He sponges off of you for a living, and he will do it to the grave because you keep letting him. For 10 years, you put up with this, of him being unemployed and supporting him. My God. All right, anyway. And then you gave him a payout. You gave him a gold. It's a 5 figure. It's not 6 or 7 figure, but you didn't give him a golden parachute, but you gave him a bronze one, right? Yeah, something to find the next victim. Anyway, I broke up with him and gave him a sizable amount of money to cover rent until the lease was done and moved out. I still cover his basic expenses currently. Oh my God. You're not the asshole, but you're a fool. I'm sure there's a psychological reason for it, but you're just you're 10 years and now you're still paying the guy's bill. Like, what is wrong? Like I'll tell you what's wrong. That's my job, right? I'm supposed to be the unlicensed therapist. You have very low self-worth and self-esteem. You'd have to put up with this. Your self-esteem is like in Marianas Trench level. I mean, it's that far down below the surface. You need set your sights a little higher. Do yourself a favor. Break up with this guy clean. And if you want to get rid of him, this is how you do it. Demand he pay you the money back. Demand he pay you your payout for him to leave, because that's what it was, to leave you alone. Demand that he pay that money back. And once he becomes a debtor to you, instead of someone who just benefits from you, a creditor, if you will, he'll leave. He'll leave of his own accord. Every time you see him, where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money? You watch how fast he leaves. But he knows you're a soft touch. He'll keep up at you, and you'll keep giving him money. Let's be honest. He's still unemployed and facing eviction. He already doesn't have anyone else who can help him. Yeah, no one's stupid enough. No family or friends. Why would they? He's a barnacle on every single person around who's dumb enough to move slow enough and not scrape him off. No family, no friends. Before breaking up, I said he could potentially stay in the extra room. What are you doing? If necessary, but after some time to myself, I'd been able to find a job. With that said, I don't want him to be homeless, but I don't have money to pay both our rents. You will anyway. And I don't want to end up living with him. Am I the asshole for not allowing him to move into my apartment? No, you're not the asshole. You're just a person with very, very low self-esteem. Because just reading that last sentence, am I the asshole for not allowing him to move into my apartment? You probably will. But even if you don't, you're still going to pay this and you're going to pay that and you're going to give him this and you're going to give him that. And he's going to keep taking it from you because you keep giving it. You got to take a stand and you just refuse. And you You don't need couples therapy, but you need personalized individual therapy to increase your self-worth to a level where this is not acceptable. That this is like what this is your relationship. This is 14 years of a relationship with this guy, and you're still basically in a relationship with this Yutz. This is where you're at. Ugh, it's just sad. Like you've been in this for 14 years. And this is maybe the only guy you've ever been with. I don't know. I don't know, but it's just sad. Yeah. Yeah, won't even take your calls when you start asking for your money back. Yeah, exactly. Like Dave Ramsey talks about that sometimes too, where he's like, it's a small price to pay. Like you loan someone money, and then they don't want to pay you back. They're out of your life forever. Now, depending on the amount of money, if it's $100, $200, it's not so bad. She's into like probably even like I don't know 15, 20 grand. I'm guessing. It's a lot more money, but yeah, you start coming after that money. Where's my money? Where's my money? I'm going to pursue legal action. You're not going to pursue legal action. I'm going to, you write it off. You're never getting the money back. I don't think you want the money back, this woman, but that'll get rid of him. It's going to be homeless. Yeah, maybe he needs to be homeless. He needs to hit bottom, and you won't ever let him hit bottom. You're doing him a disservice. You're part of the homeless industrial complex. Well, actually, that's not true because the homeless industrial complex encourages you to be homeless. So the businesses around that can keep generating money and income. So let him join the homeless industrial complex. How about that? Let somebody else, let the taxpayers pay his bills. He doesn't care. He just wants money. I don't think he realizes how much he'll get. Move to California, you'll get plenty. Am I wrong? I don't think so. Yeah, once in a while the politics still slips out. But there you go. So, yeah, I mean, this is from 10 minutes ago. This is geez, will you date then dump me so I can get a 5-figure settlement? Of course, you're not the asshole. This is someone else's comment for not wanting to carry dead weight. Yeah, for 14 years she's been carrying it. Her back must be broken by now. Yeah, you gotta. I don't think she's gonna do it. I think she's gonna stick with this loser. I think unless she gets some kind of a therapist to build up her self-esteem and self-worth, this is a cycle that she's going to repeat again and again and again with the same guy. Not even with a different guy. At least repeat the cycle with somebody else. If you repeat it, it's like a new person. It's a new adventure. It's the same. Well, it's the same ending to the adventure. You paying him a get the fuck out check, and him not taking it, or him taking it but then not abiding by it. Yeah. There's plenty of sponges out there. Just get a different sponge. At least variety's the spice of life. At least at least change of scenery wouldn't kill you. All right, there you go. That's great. That is awesome. Close video games all day, and no matter. Yeah, I mean this guy's got the dream life. If you're just a schlub, literally probably plays video games all day, drinks beer, hangs out with his friends. Oh, he doesn't really have friends, but yeah, he has no reason to change. And instead of Captain Save-O Salty says, I have a save a bro, because that's a woman trying to save a dude who won't change. No, and been trying for 14 years on top of that. She wasn't waiting. She was excited that she could anticipate things getting better. I think she can't imagine. She was hoping to want more. She was hot, so no problem getting laid. Maybe, I don't know. All right, let me do one more ad here for MeWe. I do all my favorite sponsors. I have a list of favorite sponsors. MeWe's up there. Ever feel like the phone is eavesdropping? That's because big tech treats every user's life like a corporate paycheck. It's time to stop being the product. Millions are making the move to MeWe, the place where private connections and online communities actually thrive. On MeWe, privacy is a human right, not a hidden setting. They don't track users, they don't sell personal data, and they truly believe in free speech. No shadow bans, just real conversations. Join 21 million people taking their digital lives back. Click the link below and get started. Use code WELCOME2026. That's WELCOME2026 at checkout and grab 20% off MeWe Premium. MeWe, by the way, MEWE Premium. So take advantage of that today. Enter in WELCOME2026. You get another 20% off MeWe Premium. It's worth it. Hop on that right now if you haven't already. All right, MeWe, thank you for being a sponsor of the show. Much obliged, much appreciated. And yeah, there you go. MeWe's a steady sponsor. I do love him. Yeah. I'm still I mean, I don't know. You get one life, right? Yeah, reincarnation, maybe get a few more, but you don't know what you're gonna want. You could be a frog. Um, but you get one life really, and you're gonna piss it away on a barnacle like that. Like you exist, you work to spend money on to give money to a succubus. Just it's absurd. It's absurd. It's absurd. And you paid him off. You bought him out. He should be gone. He did not live up to his end of the bargain. All right, there you go. Let's do one more. What time? Yeah, we got time. All right, here we go. Oh shit, I hit the wrong one. That's all right. As long as I hit the wrong one on that screen and not my home screen, life is good. What's this? It's a new one. 4 minutes ago, fresh snow. We're going in. We're going in. Oh wait, I'm already regret it. Look how long this is. Look at that. Holy shit! You're the asshole for writing something this long. Oh my God. Who's got this kind of time? You don't even break for paragraphs? What the hell are you doing? You're the asshole for writing something this long. Me 29 male, wife 31 female, am I the asshole? First of all, I have a hard time believing you're the male. This is written like a woman because nothing wrong, but women include a lot of details. Men are like, that's four paragraphs for a woman. I don't think I can. I don't think I can read this whole thing, but I'll read a little. I mean, it's insane. All right, 21 male, wife 31. Am I the asshole? Here we go. Me and my now ex-wife began dating 5 years ago. All right, moved to a different city, began starting a life together. No obligations, just working and living life. And I guess what everyone sees is the honeymoon phase. She's truly my best friend. Oh, well, this is sad now. Before we even dated, within a year we eloped. Okay, save some money there. Within another year, she became pregnant. So far, we're moving along with our beautiful son, who's now 2 years old. Oh, it's breaking my heart already. I was the only source of income. Okay, only making enough money to barely get by and trying to provide for my family. This economy is rough. You telling me one income can't sustain three people? No, it can. One income can easily sustain three people if it's a big enough income. Let's not pretend that's true. I mean, it's hard in this day and age. It is hard, but let's not. It can't be done. It can be done. Four people. It's a little bit tougher. One of which I was a newborn, and my wife has health issues like RA. I don't know what that is. RA is what I used to be at the University of Connecticut, resident assistant. I was a terrible RA. Big surprise. I shouldn't tell this story, but I will. I was an RA. I should never have been an RA, but I was. I wasn't cut out for it. There's so many stories I could tell about me being an RA. Which one should I do? I'll do this one because it's fun. So my friend Ethan comes up to see me. He comes up from URI, brings some of his buddies, and I have to work that night as a RA. So I have to I'm in charge of my whole dorm. Like there's 4 floors. I'm in charge of each floor. Technically, I live on one floor. There's an RA for each floor, but that night I'm in charge of all 4 floors. And and we are just getting wasted. You're just getting wasted. And I'm so wasted. I'm like, I can't be here because if people come in, I'm in no condition to do anything. Like if there's a problem on the 3rd floor or the 2nd floor, or they need me for something, I can't be here. It's better for me to just get lost and come up with an excuse as to why I wasn't in my room. And plus I'm wasted, so I'm not thinking clearly. So I go to my friend Steve's room, which is in another dorm further away. And I'm like, hey, Eth, whatever you do, just, you can hang out here for a bit, go party, go to the bar, relax, I'm drunkenly, I'm saying that. But I can't be here. So I hang out at my friend's for I think I just passed out there. I come back the next day and everyone's just looking at me like, what the hell? And I'm like, what, on my floor? And apparently my buddy Ethan threw a huge party out of my room. You know what I mean? He had the door open. They're all drinking. I'm gone. There's no one on duty. It's just pandemonium. I'm like, oh my God, man. And after that, I didn't get caught directly, but word travels. And then after that, my time was my time was numbered. My days were numbered on that job anyway. But yeah, that was a fun. That was fun. And then one more. Indulge me in one more little story. And then, like that night, this is right before I went to my friend Steve's room to pass out. Um, oh no, this was in his room actually, because he got all upset about it, which he should have. Um, uh, it was we're all me and some other people were all in there. We're drinking. I'm wasted, and I had to throw up. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna be sick. And he's like, because it's his room. He's like, okay, throw it up. He's running around trying to find stuff so I could puke in it. I'm like, no, don't worry, I'll just puke in here. And I'm holding like a Coke can, like the little hole in the Coke can. I'm like, oh yeah, I just puke in here. I put the can in front of me, I go, in my head, it was gonna work. There you go. Way more information than you ever needed or wanted. Jeff, the unlicensed therapist. Room attendant. Oh, room attendant. Okay. There you go. Registered nurse. I like registered. Well, that's RN. RA. Room attendant? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a long ass paragraph. All right, we'll keep going. All right. So was this guy RA, mental health issues? Damn, okay. I know that's what went through more, I can imagine, with pregnancy, giving birth, postpartum. Okay, I mean, it sounds like you were doing really well. No, maybe you're not. I was working all day, coming home, taking care of my wife and son, waking up with them every 2 hours in the night. Oh, because she had postpartum. Yeah, that's brutal, man. You're like a zombie at that point. He was formula fed from birth. She had pain from complications. Okay, so it's all just awful stuff here, at least for you. Horrible things I regret more than anything. I want to fix more than anything. I'm trying to get in with a therapist, psychiatrist, and get the help I need to improve my reactions in times of stress. You're a zombie, man. It's hard to be the man you should be when you're not getting any sleep and you've got all this stuff on. I'm not making excuses, but I'm making excuses. You tried different therapists, medications, and everyone I've tried says she will make me worse or that the doctors try she says will make me okay. So the medications aren't helping. You got CBT. All right, dude, I'm sorry. It's just too much. It's just too much to read. I'm not perfect. Before me and my wife were together, I had a drug problem, relapses. Oh my God. I think you're on some drugs when you're writing this. It's just so long. So I must be buying drugs. Okay. I can't, dude. I can't. So look at this. It's so long. Let's cut to the end. And apologies for my throat. I know it's common for people that are abused to be attached to the abuser and try to stay with them to get potential validation, but what does it mean when I've tried expressing that maybe it's best we aren't together romantically right now? We need to focus on our son, focus on our own health, and more than anything, have some time. But am I narcissistic and controlling for telling her I think we need time apart would benefit us the most in the long run? I'm going to say no. You're not being narcissistic. I think you do need time off. I think that's fine. Now, I didn't read anything else in there because it's just too damn long. But no, you're not the asshole. Take some time off. Put your son first. Stay off drugs. There you go. All right, how about that? There's no way I was going to read all that. It's I'm an unlicensed therapist. Not a I can't read that much stuff. My license won't allow it. My lack of license. 119. Well, I don't know. Rheumatoid arthritis. Maybe that might be it, right? She's an RA, rheumatoid arthritis. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's what I mean. Is he reading his diary? It's like, yeah, it's like I think, like if I was the wife, I mean, maybe that's what's making her crazy and giving her postpartum. This guy just like he talks. She's like, just leave me alone. I honestly think the space will help both of them. And the son, just, make sure he's okay. I don't know which one of you. I would say you get the son since she's got postpartum. That seems to make the most sense. That's the most logical choice, right? Right. Yeah. Wow, that was way too long. I skipped all of it to spend more time telling you a story about when I was an RA. And I think that was the better story than that friggin' thing. Am I the asshole for telling my mom she's the reason my life is ruined? Yes, you are. Well, Like, why you got to tell? She knows she ruined your life if she did. She probably did. I'm female. Well, I say that though, but let's not be a victim, okay? She screwed your life up. You're the one deciding to ruin it by just giving up and blaming your mom. I'm female, 5'7". Why? Oh, so you're a big lady. I'm female, 5'7", currently weigh about 210 pounds. Thanks for the kilogram translation. I'm sure everyone was dying for that. I've been overweight almost all my life. I'm sure that's your mom's fault too, along with 4 of my brothers and both parents. That seems more genetics than anything, also lack of willpower. We were never allowed to go out and play as kids. Okay. Since we belong to a middle-class Asian family. A lot of Asian families making their. And here's the other thing. Aren't Asians supposed to, generally speaking, stereotypically speaking, aren't they generally thin? Aren't most Asian families thin? Aren't they? Yeah, thank you, Cramp. He's the asshole for writing like a bitch. Sometimes I can be very sympathetic, but something that's hysterical. You fucking write like a bitch. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you said it, and I will second your motion. Yeah. All right, let's get back to the fat Asian family. Come on. And talk about outing yourselves. There's 5 of you, you're all big heifers and you're Asian. I know you're on Reddit, but you're not gonna be hard to find. It's not gonna be hard to figure out which family this is. Anyway. We were never allowed to go out and play as kids. It sucks. And since we belong to a middle-class Asian family, most of our childhood was spent studying with zero physical activity. Oh, that other guy would have loved this family. The guy from the first story, see how everything loops around? He would have loved this family, being all fat and studying all day. Oh, if only you'd gotten this family instead of the one that loved you. All 5 of us had been on diets since we grew up, succeeding to lose weight at different levels. All right, what's the issue? I developed a hormone disorder, all right, around the time I was 14. For those of you who don't know, PCOS makes it hard for you to lose weight. I still managed to lose 30 kilograms. Now you're back to kilograms. Where's the pound translation? Oh, you'll do a translation of kilograms on the pounds, but not a pounds on the kilograms? Wow, you're the asshole for that. Anyway, lose about 31 kgs. So I'm assuming you're not in the U.S. since you're talking, and you're, not that the Asian would make a difference, but yeah, you're using kilograms. At 21, 24 years of age, through extreme diet and exercise, I also developed ED, erectile dysfunction. I think that's right? ED. You're a mess, dude. At 24, you got ED? Maybe it's too heavy because you're so fat. It's just so it's. I regained all the weight I had lost trying to recover physically and mentally. I recently got remarried. All right. Well, I guess you're talking about when you were younger. So you're a disaster. Strength training, calorie diet, PCOS condition. I developed from having a traumatic miscarriage. Why did I think you were a dude? No, it says you're a female. Okay. I think I read the brothers thing. All right. Last week I visited my parents' house while we were going through the closet for a dress. That'll be a big one. I'm sorry, that's not appropriate. We were casually chatting about how my sister-in-law's parents got her the nicest dresses and gifts for her marriage to my brother, which took place along the same time as my second marriage. Well, it's your second marriage. What do you want? My mother took it as an attack on her not getting me any nice dresses and snapped, "We didn't get you anything nice because you're so fat. Women like you, your sister-in-law will be able to wear those dresses for years to come, but yours will be unwearable within a year, probably within a month. Let's be honest. Nice things are for fit people." Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, they got their own issues. Your whole family's got issues. I already hold resentment towards my family, but that's very hyper aggressive. I already hold resentment towards my parents for forcing an abusive marriage on me. Okay. Takes a lot of self-control to be nice to them. This comment just triggered something in me. I told her it's her fault that we're all fat and struggling with our lives. Yeah, you might not be completely wrong. She didn't help the situation, but in the end, you got to own it. You could blame her up to a point, like until you are able to leave the house, but you've been married, you're getting your second marriage, you're an adult now. You are in control of your life, not her anymore. To start, yeah. Do you have to clean up her mess? Okay. But right now, you are in charge of you, not her. So stop blaming her. You can blame her for the old stuff, but you can't, your current condition, that's on you. Yeah, I know you got this and that, but I have a feeling you could lose the weight if you really tried. Anyway, oh my God. Unhealthy parents make, okay, here we go. This triggered me. It's her fault. We're all fat and we've been struggling all our lives. Unhealthy parents make unhealthy children, and you make us all obese. That's not true. There's plenty of unhealthy parents whose kids go, I don't want to be like that. Let me do the antithesis of that. Let me do the opposite of that. Let me exercise. It's not an absolute. I said it's her fault. I have PCOS, and now really you gonna blame her for friggin' genetic stuff? I mean, yeah, technically it is her fault, but with this fucking genetics, I'm blaming my parents because I got blue eyes. Yeah. Anyway, my fiance is so funny. She goes, she refers to my blue eyes as a birth defect because it's a double recessive. I'm like, maybe it is. I like it though. I mean, technically, double recessive, is it a birth defect? I don't know. I think that's, there you go. I should be angry, shouldn't I? Let's be angry. I'm a victim. Anyway, and she has endomyosis, and my life looks like hell compared to my peers. Again, stop blaming your parents. You're done blaming your parents. That would be the first thing I would tell you. Stop blaming your parents. Stop it. It's new day. It's all on you now. Move forward. What are you going to keep blaming and blaming and blaming and blaming? This doesn't work. Victim mentality never gets you shit. It just makes everything worse. Anyway, to this, she started crying. Well, yeah, of course she did. And saying things that was probably good. She probably lost some weight, losing those tears. But there was a lot of what's in Chinese food? I'm gonna say maybe it's best I don't remember. I was gonna say something offensive. If I said it quicker, it might have been funny. What do they got? What do they have in Chinese food that's not supposed to be good for you? I don't know. It's not formaldehyde. That's not it. Maybe in some GHP or something. I mean, that might be the date rate drug. Anyway, she starts crying. Let's just put sodium. There's a lot of sodium in those tears. She starts crying and saying things like, yeah, you want us to just die. We did so much for you and you'll always be ungrateful, et cetera, et cetera. Everyone in my family thinks I crossed the line. You did, but I didn't talk to her until we left. All right. I cried a lot on the way home. All right. Now I want to go get a cheeseburger. I'm kidding, but she probably does. Now I never want to go back, and I don't feel like I have parents or a home left. She expects me to apologize. Am I the asshole for telling her she made me fat? Yeah, you are. You could say she made you fat. When you're a kid, because she fed you too much, she didn't let you exercise. You could say, yeah, but now you're an adult. Stop blaming your parents. Stop being a victim. Today is the whiny bitch episode. Anyway, mom said, TLDR. Mom said, I don't deserve nice things because I'm fat. I said the reason I got fat and have illnesses, you're the reason I got fat. Okay, there you go. She's refreshing that point. There you go. Yeah, you're the asshole in that one, for sure. There you go. That's it. I think that might be the show. I had a great time. Oh, now we got 4,000 people in here already. All right, let's see. What do you got here? No breakfast, lunch for you, only dinner. Here's a story. I won't tell you who. You talk about blaming people for being fat. I got a friend, he's a very funny comedian, and he told me this story. It made me sad because it was kind of like, I feel like when he kind of gave up, if you will, like not being fat, and just being like, I guess I'm just gonna be fat. He said he was at a football practice and he's working hard, like running and just as a hard football practice. He's a bigger guy, even then. And he said his mom picked him up and he thought she was going to take him out to, I don't know, pizza or burgers or just some regular, normal human being food. And he said he get in there and she like handed him a pound cake for him to eat. And even he said he just looked at it like, and then he just had this look like, all right, and like, I don't know. I feel like that kind of like mentally broke him, and he's been struggling with this weight ever since. But yeah, but he took action. He got the lap band or any of that, and he was like really slim for a while, but then he all blew up again because it's about, and I love that he's a great guy, but it's on him, man. You got to maintain the diet. You got to exercise. If you're not willing to do that shit, you're gonna get big and fat. Yeah, MSG. Thank you. That's what I was. I was trying to think MSG. I couldn't. I was Madison Square Garden. That's what it was. No, MSG. The other MSG. All right. Clam cook. How dare you? Vietnamese eat a lot of dog and cats. Or was that Somalians? Was that like, wasn't it? Yeah, that was going around for a while. Like, wasn't it? Was that the Samoans? I can't remember. There was something going on somewhere. Like, they're eating all the cats. Yeah, yeah, it's not their fault. If this was Good Will Hunting, it would be the opposite. It would be Robin Williams. He couldn't hug her because she's so fat, but he'd be like, "It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault." See, sometimes you need, and it's not your fault, and sometimes you need, it's your fault. And in this case, on a lot of tonight's people, it's your fault, 100%. Their house always smelled like fish. I don't know, maybe. Um, I heard that if you hate your landlord, you put fish in the walls when you leave. I've heard that too, actually. I don't know why, but yeah, that'll do it. You not that I'm encouraging that, but yeah, you put any kind of like just rotten food and seal it up on a wall. Yeah, you're never getting rid of that smell. No one's gonna know why. You know, they're probably never gonna think to check the walls for fish. G Fon says, walk to your mom's place and tell her that she fed you too much. Walk home and get a good night's sleep. When you're in good shape, you can thank her for how she helped. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Exactly. You're right, G Fon. I agree with that. I forgot to say, repeat this walk every day, rain or shine. Yes. Yes. Yeah, pound cake. I felt so bad for him, man. Yeah, please hit the thank Frank Claus right. We got 4,000 checking the show out. Haitians, there you go. That was the Haitians who were eating all the dogs and cats. Like the Haitians are eating all the dogs and cats. Hide your cats. I'll put raw fish in somebody's car drink. Yeah, that's mean. That's mean. But yeah, if you really don't like them, that'll do it. Yeah. Ay. All right, so I gotta go. I've been going for an hour and a half, but I had a great time. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll be back probably tomorrow. I might do a show tomorrow. I think even. Really? I'll do a show tomorrow. Yeah, I think I probably will. So check it out. Jeff, the unlicensed therapist. You can enter to win too. You just put your question in. And if you want some help with anything that's going on in your life, I'd be happy to answer it. Or you can hit me up at jeffahern56@gmail. That's a possibility too. And I'd love to have you on the show. If you have like something you want to talk about, we'll have you on. It's lighthearted, it's fun, but we'll make things better for you. I'm an unlicensed therapist, but I do my best. And I'm very kid glove with people who are actually in the chat or on with me. But the Reddit people, you're on your own. I go, you get both barrels, good and bad. Good and bad. All right, have a great morning. You too. God bless you. Rocco, thank you for tuning in as well. Rocco says, if I think like fat chicks with a cute face, am I subconsciously settling instead of going after hotties? Maybe, Rocco. I don't think so. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, if you don't like fat chicks, then maybe, but they might actually be able to lose some weight. You get in when the getting's good. There you go. All right. God bless y'all. Have a great week, everybody. Yeah, now you ask. Yeah, Rocco. It's true. Rocco did wait till the end, but I feel like I gave Rocco a decent answer. Let me see. Let me go a little more in depth. If I like fat chicks with a cute face, am I subconsciously settling instead of going after hotties? I don't think. I mean, you can like a fat chick with a cute face. I mean, no, that's not. You're like, oh, she's pretty. Like, oh, wow. Because the first thing you might notice is her face. Maybe you go off looks primarily, which I think most people do. And then she's like, oh, that's a hot. Oh boy, but look at that friggin' body. Now, if that's the only chick you're attracted to, maybe just like fat hot chicks. Aren't they fat hot chicks? Can you make that? You can marry that together, maybe make them a fat hot chick. Maybe that's the secret. You just go, I like fat hot chicks. You're like, it can't be hot and be fat. No, fat and a nice face. That's a fat hot chick. There's a hot chick under all that fatty acid, under all that flab. Yeah, there you go. All right. Now, enjoy yourself. Yeah, and remember, again, they can always lose some weight. There you go. I hope that was helpful, Rocco. Rocco, thank you for asking a question. I really appreciate it. If there's no follow-up, we'll say goodnight. All right, everyone. God bless you. Have a great evening. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully, you'll ask plenty more questions. Butterface. Yeah, I mean, I've hooked up with fat chicks, and I didn't really feel bad about it, because they'd be pretty. It's like I'm focusing more on the face, and then like you forget about all the fat, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh, here's one. She wasn't really fat, but she was chunky, and I I liked her. She was very funny. She's very cool. She was attractive. She was like my kind of girl. She's a dirty girl too. Like I said, probably well, in my 20s, but she was like, she was fun. And a little happy. Again, not really happy, but a little happy. And so she moved away. She was a stripper too. I tell you, this chick was fun. And so she moves away and comes back 6 months later, and she's friggin' thin. She's like hot, like real hot, And she's like, hey, she threw me one. She's like, hey, listen, this is for you because you put up with me when I was fat. And I'm like, she's just passing through town. I'm like, all right. Dreams come true. Yeah, not huge with trouble. Yeah, not like, like boom, boom, Yeah, maybe it could have been, G Fonts. It could have been cocaine. I don't know how she did it. Probably was cocaine, honestly. Yeah, I think it was cocaine. Now that you mention it. Yeah. She was a fun one. She was a good one for my 20s. But yeah, I'm not going to give out any names or anything. But yeah, there's a lot of stories I cannot talk about on Rumble. Anyway, I love you all. God bless you. Have a great night. Salty Crazy Nick Ever Eden, thank you so much. Yeah. Oh no, here's the thing. Everyone's different. Everyone's got their likes and dislikes. Me, I like, I don't like him. I don't like him scrawny. I don't like him real fat. I like him somewhere in between. I like a little, some tone. I like my fiance, basically. Anyway, I love you all. Have a great day. Clamcraft Rock, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Rocco. Ever Eden, God bless you. Salty Crazy, thank you so much, too. You guys, I had a blast. I love doing the show. G Fonts, thank you as well. And everybody else is tuned in and part of the chat. Thank you. I know we're all up late, but why the fuck not? Let's have a great time. You only go through life once. You might as well enjoy it. Have a great evening, everybody. And I will be back tomorrow, I think, at 10 p.m. for more Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist. God bless you. Have a great evening or a great morning, depending on where you're at. Bye.